Yo, what it do, YouTube? This is your brother J International, tapping back in once again. Now, the only reason why I am creating this video is because, surprisingly, there are currently no videos that talk about this subject. And I feel that this is a very important subject to be talked about. And if you search in YouTube, if you type in what I'm about to talk about, you will probably find no videos talking about this subject. And this is going to be sort of a self-help, how-to type of video. So this is a how-to self-help type of video. So let's get into it. I'm going to tell you how to, in this video, how to be a Coon, how to be a Sambo, how to be an Uncle Tom, how to be an Uncle Rukus, so that you can make it in white corporate America as a black American, ADOS, foundational black American. I'm specifically focusing on this group. I'm not focusing on other black groups because they already have it. Particularly if they just immigrated here, they already have this down pack. So they don't need any help on this. They have it down pack to a T. And I'm going to suggest something in this video that you need to observe. So if you are a black American, 8 to 9 times out of 10, you have a job in corporate white America. I left the one out because we do have self-made black entrepreneurs. But 9 times out of 10, the average black American, foundational black American, ADOS, has a job or a career in white corporate America. Okay? And most of the jobs that we currently have in corporate America are either government jobs or service jobs. We are predominantly in the service industry. And these industries are usually created, run, and dominated by white corporate America. Now, a little bit of history about myself. I've never been successful as I could have been in white corporate America because I didn't live by these rules that I'm about to tell you. I didn't play by these rules that I am about to expound to you. But through all my years of trying to make it in white corporate America, trying to move and maneuver in white corporate America, I was able to learn certain things by just observing, right? I was able to learn from seeing others who have been from seeing others and being around others who have been successful in white corporate America for a number of years, how they were able to stay in it. I have been able to observe them. Although I have not been personally successful myself in white corporate America, I have been able to observe those who have been able to be successful in white corporate America, and I have taken notes on how they have been able to do it. I have observed, I would pay attention. Every time I would get a job in white corporate America, every time I would get a job, I'll get an opportunity, and I would end up either leaving that opportunity or being fired from that opportunity. I was able to look back and reflect what happened. How did I get fired? How did I lose this opportunity? What happened, right? I was able to look back and say, damn, I should have done this. Or I was able to ask the supervisor, what happened? You know, why did I get let go? And I was able to observe those that were able to stay on, and even going back, seeing them still there in those positions if I happen to go back. So as I said, most of us are in the service industry. Most Black Americans work in the service industry, and the other half work in the government. So in order to be successful in white corporate America, you have to play the game. If you are a rebellious, you have to be able to know how to play the game. And if you are of a rebellious nature, like myself, meaning that you don't like to be micromanaged, you don't like to have somebody looking over you. That's what micromanage means. You don't like to be, basically like told what to do. You do this, have a supervisor over you all the time, or you don't like to smile, and you're not really a people person, because in the service industry you have to be a people person. You're not really that type. That's not who you are, and it's hard for you to fake it. It is very hard for you to fake it because you're just too real you're just too real. If you're like me, because that's how I am, it's hard for me to fake something. That's probably why I never made it in Hollywood, because I'm not a good actor in that sense. If it's hard for you to fake it, right? And you going to work in the service industry, this video is for you. This video is for you, because unless you are an entrepreneur, unless you have your relatives, your family left you a trust, and you don't have to worry about working in white corporate America, unless you fit into those two categories, you are going to have to probably go get a job and work in corporate white America. So I'm going to give you the step-by-step on how to make it. Number one, and to all my conscious people, my people, my woke people, this video has to be created because it's practical. We have to go get money. We live in a capitalistic society. So I'm going to create this so you will know how to do this. Number one, start by watching these two movies. They're very important. You watch it and you study these two movies. The first movie is The Butler. The second movie is The Help. If you study these movies and you watch the Black people in these movies and how they were able to make it in those times, this will give you a perfect example on how you have to move in white corporate America. Start off by watching those 2 movies. But yeah, those are good movies to watch because they really teach you the art of how to be a house nigga. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Be a church goer. You should, even if you're not very religious, you should make an effort to go to church every other Sunday or every Sunday if you can. The reason why you want to go to church and be a church goer is because it will give you that gospel spirit, that old Negro spiritual type of personality, mentality you need when you're working in white corporate America, because that type of personality makes you safe to white folks. You have to be a safe Negro. They have to feel safe around you, right? And especially if you're a big black man, you have to make them feel very safe. You have to almost seem like a little child, like very non-threatening. You have to be very non-threatening. I'm telling you, you cannot make them feel in any way that you are a threatening black man. So going to church will instill that type of mentality into you. Okay, on to the next one. You must smile. You must laugh. You must scratch, even when you don't itch. You must scratch. You must smile. Hey, boss, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? You know, you must laugh when they tell a corny joke. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so funny. And you have to scratch when it doesn't itch. You have to scratch. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes, makes them feel like, it makes them feel like you are, he's a good, like a pet. You got to be like a pet, man. It's like, white people love their pets. White people, they love their pets. They love their dogs. They love their cats and animals. So the more you can make them feel, like you're a pet, you're their pet Negro, the longer and the better it would be for you in white corporate America. You will survive for a long time. If they look at you like their pet, like their dog Rover, you're gonna survive. And on to the next one. This is, I alluded to the immigrants and why this is not for black immigrants, because they already have it down packed. This is exactly why it's not for black immigrants. If you watch black immigrants in the service industry, especially if they just immigrated here, they already got this down packed. They come ready with that. They come ready with this mentality. So if you go for a day, go watch and study a recently arrived black immigrant in their service position. It could be a valet driver. It can be a valet person. Usually they work in valet. A restaurant person. Some type of share driver, driving share like Uber, Lyft. Watch them, observe them, study them, because they have this already down packed. They have the Sambo, Uncle Tom, Uncle Rukus mentality already down packed. So if you study them and observe them and take notes, it would only help you to be able to be successful in white corporate America. Now, another thing you have to do, and I got my notes here because I wanted, this is a very serious subject. This is serious. Another thing you have to do, you have to dumb it down. You can be very intelligent, you can be very well read, but you have to dumb it down. Don't appear to be too intelligent. Do not appear to be smarter than your white superiors. I'm telling you, if they come to you with any political issue, any political topics, any topics that require deep thinking, require you to be knowledgeable, play dumb. Talk about simple things. Talk about, the weather, sports. If you got children, talk about your children. Talk about the food that you eat. Talk about very simple things. Don't go deep. Don't let them know that you have a deeper understanding, a deeper knowledge. I'm telling you, I have made this same mistake myself, and it only served to be detrimental to me. So don't appear too intelligent. Dumb it down, and you will make it and remain successful in white corporate America. Be happy to be at your job, even if it is shoveling shit. Be a happy shit shoveler. You have to make them seem like you're happy, right? Even though in your mind, I hate this guy. I hate this damn job. I hate this goddamn job. You wake up dreading to have to go to work every day. You wake up dreading to have to go deal with your colleagues. You wake up dreading to have to go deal with your supervisor. But you wake up knowing that I'm shoveling shit for a living. I'm shoveling shit to pay my bills. But you have to turn it off. When you get to your job, you have to make it seem like this is what you envisioned when you were a little child, that when you will grow up to be the top shit shoveler. You have to make it seem like this, you wouldn't want to do anything else in the world. This here is what makes you happy. This is what gives you purpose for life. You have to make it seem like that amongst them when you're there, because that's what they want to see. They want to see their pet Negro happy to be employed, working as a shit shoveler. So be happy when you're there, even though you're not. Even though you're there just to pay your bills, just to take care of your family, to feed yourself. You have to make it seem like this is what you dreamt of doing when you grew up, when you were a little child, right? Now, as I said, this is a serious video. This is a serious video because there are no videos out here like this. And as I said, we can't all be our own boss. I know you see a lot of videos on here, be your own boss, buy crypto, be self-made. I know you see millions of videos like this. But the truth of the matter is, we can't all be that. And there's only a small percentage, a small majority of individuals that are able to be that, able to be successful, and able to become wealthy. There's only a small majority. The vast majority of us have to go into white corporate America. I know you're gonna see all these videos talking about be your own boss, level up. But while you doing that, you're going to have to work in white corporate America until you can do that. You may have a dream, you may have ambitions and goals of being a boss, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Not all of us are meant to work for somebody. Not all of us have that personality where we can just be micromanaged and have to answer to other people. Some of us are self-starters. Some of us, we don't need direction. We know, we just need to we just need to know what to do, and then have that whatever stand back and let us do our work. Some of us are like that. Some of us are self-starters. We don't need to be micromanaged. We don't need someone breathing down our damn neck, watching us and constantly monitor us and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. Some of us are self-starters. Some of us are disciplined. And we have to put ourselves in these environments because we live in a capitalistic society and we got to make money. At the end of the day, we got to make money, right? To survive in this capitalistic society. So as a strong, and this is more towards strong black males, because strong black alpha males, they often have a hard time making it and surviving in white corporate America. This is not more for the sisters. The sisters tend to get along and be alone. They tend to generally get along to get along. Sisters usually don't have any problem in white corporate America, which is why you see them excelling more in white corporate America than black men do, right? Especially in particular black alpha males. Another thing you can study, let me add this too, because I mentioned the black recently arrived immigrants, but you also can study the brothers that are in the LGBTQ community. Study them, because they seem to have it down packed already. You can learn from observing them how to make it in white corporate America, because they tend to be successful in not only making it in white corporate America, but making it to the top ranks of white corporate America. They tend to be you tend to see them in very high positions. So they will be worth studying as well. So like I said, this is not to offend nobody. I still am who I am. I still have my views, but I'm giving this from experience, from what I learned, because I myself have not been successful in white corporate America. And had I taken this advice, I might have been able to be successful in white corporate America like I needed to be. So with that being said, this is your brother Jay International, tapping back in once again. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I will holler at y'all later. Peace.